Click record. Hi everyone, welcome to the tutorial on how to create your attendance assignments. We want these for the start of the lessons. The great thing is that you can actually schedule these, so you can create them all in advance and then schedule them to appear. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and hopefully I'll make it nice and simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my browser. I'll make it nice and big for you, so I'm just going to make it nice and big here, and I'm going to type in Google to go to Google. It's by default it's gone into my classroom, so but I want to just quickly show you so that no one gets confused. So here's there's a lot of people in my account here, so if I just type in Google, for example, then perhaps this will be more familiar to you. Here's the search engine. On the top right hand corner here you've got the sign in logo with what I like to call the matrix. That contains all your apps, so you can see them all appear there. So I'm going to sign in, and I'll sign in as the media tutor, media@hampsteadfinearts.com, put in my password, and I'm then inside Google. So now I go to my matrix to select the apps, and for this one I'm going to go to Classroom. But you also see there's the Meet app there as well, and that's what you're going to be using to start your lessons off, to greet your students, etc. But that's a later tutorial. So into Classroom, and up should pop all my classes, which you can see here. So I'm going to go into Year 13 Media, and I'm going to create an attendance assignment. So what you can see here when you go into a class is the stream. You can see it's on the tab up there, it says Stream. Here is where you can communicate with your students if you want to, and if you prefer not to be on Google Meet after you've done the initial meet and greet, and you want to stay in touch with them and stay online, you can do it on this portal here, and you can type things in here, select students that you want to talk to, like say I don't want to send a message to Isis, I just want to send a message to Craig, and then I create my message, blah blah blah. I can attach a file, I can attach a link to a website, I can attach a YouTube video. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to attach a file. And then I can either get one from my Google Drive, or I can get one from my computer by collecting select files from device. So I'm going to choose it from my computer, and then I'm going to go to my documents, and look, I've got a music booklet here, a PDF. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to upload the PDF, and it's uploading. And now I can post that to Craig Tester. So I click post, and now Craig has received that little booklet, and you can see it's here. Now Craig might respond back to me. What I need to make sure I do is that I refresh the page each time, and then I'll be able to see if Craig's responded to me. So here you can send message to the whole class or individual members of the class, and you can post stuff. The normal way of doing assignments though and work is not through this portal, but is to go to classwork, and that's where we always create our assignments. We go to classwork, and I'm going to click here the create button, and I'm going to go create assignment. And I'm going to call this assignment attendance, attendance, and I'm always going to put these same instructions. So because I'm going to reuse this post, I won't have to write this again once I've written it once. So I'm going to instruct the students to please click on the mark as done tab to confirm your attendance. You will need to do this twice, as a pop-up window will appear asking for confirmation. So hopefully they'll understand that. Once you have registered, please join me in the Google Meet class using the code Media Craig. So as you probably know, all tutors' class codes for Google Meet are the subject name followed by the first name of the tutor, and it's always lowercase. So students have been sent these class codes, so there's uniformity there. Okay, so once you've registered, please join me, click join me in the Google Meet class using the code Media Craig. That's it really. So now I'm going to go to the right hand side here. I'm going to make this unmarked because I obviously am not going to mark it. I'm going to have it for all my students. In some classes you might be doing a year group, but you have it split into two groups, so you might want to select the students that are meant to be in this particular class. So I'm choosing all my students for this class. Now the due date that I'm going to put in here will be 10 minutes after the start of the lesson. So like normally we have at Fine Arts that students should be in class within the first 10 minutes, that's why we do that. So I'm going to go to the due date. Now I teach my year 13s on Tuesday period 4 and 5. So I'm going to choose Tuesday here, 24th of March. And period 4 is just after lunch, so they should be in lessons at 1:30 where they've got until 1:40. So 13:40. It operates on a 24-hour clock, so you've got to do 13:40. That's the due date and time for the assignment. I'm going to put this in a topic called attendance, but you can create a topic. So I'm going to create one just to quickly show you attendance. And then I can have that in that topic there, attendance. It's unmarked, it's my year 13 media. Now this is the good bit. So now I click on the right hand side of assign, there's a little drop down arrow. So I'm going to click that drop down arrow and click schedule. I'm now going to schedule this class to start at 1:30 on Tuesday. So I'm going to choose Tuesday here, there we go, Tuesday. And then I'm going to choose 1:30, so 13:30. And then I'm going to click schedule. Now once I click schedule, it's going to close, this box is going to close, and I've done my job. So I'm going to click schedule. And now you'll see that under attendance here it says scheduled for the 24th of March at 1:30. That effectively means that when the student goes into Google Classroom onto the class that they're supposed to be in, that attendance assignment will appear at 1:30. So the idea is the student will go there, register, use the class code and go and join you in your class. When they join you in your class in Google Meet, you could remind them, if they haven't done, to fill in the attendance register. Okay, and then that job's done. So now let's say we want to create another attendance for the next time I see my A2 students, I think is on the Wednesday at period 3. So I'm going to create, but this time I'm going to click reuse post. So I'm going to click reuse post. And here I've got a choice of different classes that I could go into where I might want to reuse a post from another class. I've already created my assignment, attendance assignment in year 13 media. So I'm going to click year 13 media, and that lists, as you can see here, all of the assignments that I have put into year 13, or any materials as well. So I'm going to click attendance and I'm going to click reuse. So now everything pops up as it was before. Please click on the Mark as Done tab to confirm your attendance. You will need to do this twice as a pop-up window will appear. Once you've registered, please join me in the Google Meet class using the code Media Craig. But of course, it's unmarked, it's in the topic attendance, which is great, but I have to change the due date. So I change my due date, and of course this is now for Wednesday the 25th, and it's the third lesson. The third lesson starts at 11:30, so they got until 11:40. 11:40. So that's the due date, and then I click on the right hand side of the Assign tab to schedule. I click schedule, and then I schedule this one for Wednesday the 25th at 11:30. 11:30. I then click outside the box, there we go, that's all confirmed, and I click schedule. I have now successfully scheduled my next lesson, and I'm really hoping that this will allow you to schedule your lessons. You really want to schedule them because students will start to just say they've attended when they didn't attend, in future lessons. So schedule the lessons so then they only appear at the time. And that's how you create an attendance assignment on Google Classroom. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Ciao! Right, better get on with my tantric exercises.